All right, we are live right now, live now, live on the major platforms. Yes. So, thank you for joining us. Congratulations. Drop down in the comments and tell me which part of the world are you. Okay, we've got people from YouTube right now. Yes, amazing. Matteo Rossetti, my friend from elementary school. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Ciao, Matteo. Okay. And then we've got also Gary from Varna. Hello, Princess. How are you? Glad to see you. All right. So, ah, yes. I know you're from Varna. Glad to see you. Drop down in the comments and tell us which part of the world are you watching us right now. Okay, I'm here right now live because I've got some amazing news to share with you. Oh, let me just position my light in a better way. It's always dropping. Okay, let's see if this is okay right now. Yeah, I think now it's all right. Yeah, that should work. Okay, so glad to see all of you right now. And as you can see, the title of this live is Revision. Discover your true compass. And this weekend, I just finished a training that I had with a group of teenagers, which are basically across the world, because I have students from Liverpool, I have students from Austria, I have students in Italy. And this group of teenagers, at the end of this session, they shared with me what was their biggest takeaway. And I was so amazed by what they told me and the feedback they gave about this amazing program. And I was thinking, wow, what power is it? And imagine if a lot of other people could listen to this when they're kids, like my students did. One of the students is right now here live, Gary. And when they were sharing what they were grateful for and what they learned and what was the biggest takeaway, this was the best gift they could give me, because they made me understand a lot of things. And in this short live, I want to share with you one thing. There is a power in when you are aware. Okay? So drop down in the comments, write down this word, aware or awareness. It's so important to be aware in life, because let me tell you this, majority of people out there are living their life without knowing what's going on. A lot of people living their life without having an outcome. A lot of people are living their life without being aware of who they are, what they can do, and what's going on in their life. So right now, I wanted to share with you this quick live and be with you a couple of moments before some of you go for dinner or some of you go to bed. Depends on which part of the world. Or my friends from Texas who right now are probably having lunch right now. So what is the compass that guides your life? Let me share quickly a brief story that probably most of you may not know about me. Yes, thank you, Zlatka. Being aware. So, what happened? A lot of time back in my life, I wasn't aware of who I was, what I could do, and where I could be. Yeah, Danilo from Italy. Ciao, Danilo. Vabbè, non capirei nulla, però basta che ci sei, mi fa piacere. Just sharing a word with my friend in Italian. And yeah, so what happens when you are aware of who you are and where you can go or where you can be? This creates the transformation. Let me tell you one thing. Probably in your life right now, you may not be where you want to be. Probably in your life, you may have done some things that make you always feel down. Probably, like me, you may have done one step ahead and 15 backwards. Okay? But imagine yourself being here. See yourself where you want to be. See yourself, picture yourself exactly the way you'd like to be and where you'd want to be. So, what happens? This is what happens. The moment you realize where you want to be and where you are right now, the next step is to close this gap. Close this gap. Okay? I heard John. So my friend is just saying right now that he sees the subtitles, so he understands what I'm saying. Grazie, Danilo. So what happens is when you close the gap, how do we close the gap? How do we close the gap? We can close the gap exactly in a way of being aware. Awareness allows us to close the gap. Awareness creates change. Awareness allows you to make a change. Imagine this. You want to do a cake, and you can't just do a cake by guessing the recipe. You need to know what are the ingredients and how much you have to put the ingredients in order to do the best cake. In my life, there were certain things I was not aware of. And because I was not aware of, I was living my life in a circle. I was living my life always going around, never going forward, and always just turning around in the same point. Now, the reason why I call this live creating a compass is, first of all, drop down in the comments and tell me, what does a compass do? Imagine you are lost in the forest. What does the compass do? Drop it down in the comments. Let's wait and see, what does a compass do? Imagine you are in a forest. You don't know where to go. And suddenly you find in the pocket a compass. Where will the compass lead you? And what does the compass do? Yes, absolutely, you're right. A compass gives direction. A compass gives direction. And in this training, this program that I've created, yes, show you the way. Now, each one of us, a compass gives you direction. Yes, thank you, Nora. Thank you, Zlatka. A compass gives direction. Now, most of us are living our life with no direction. And what's a vision? A vision allows you to be able to see. Now, a lot of people start the beginning of the year with, I want this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to change this, I want to do that. But then, because they don't have a vision, they don't know where they're going, they're living their life without having at all clarity. So, let me ask a question. What is your highest value? In this training, together we will design, number one, we will discover, and then we will design what is our highest value. The highest value is the compass of your life. I wasn't aware of this. I had to fly from Italy to go to London to find out what was my highest value. And still today, I'm working on it. I'm shaping it. But the highest value is the thing that guides you. And because of that highest value, you know where you're going, you know who you are, and you know what is the purpose of your life. A lot of us live a life knowing that we are just here to pay taxes. We're just here to show up. No, you have been created for something great. You have been created for something big. You have been created for something amazing. I always knew that I had to do something in my life. But before I discovered my highest value, I could not perform that. I was sad. I was depressed. Okay. Where was I in Italy? Where was I in Italy? I was in Marche, provincia di Ascoli Piceno, San Benedetto del Tronto. That's where I was in Italy. Okay. That's where I used to live in. That's where I grew up. And the environment I grew up was not allowing me to go beyond my limitations. I love Italy. Beautiful country, amazing place. But the environment that was around me was not allowing me to discover my true potential, to go beyond my limit. Okay? So Nora is describing my highest values: connection, sharing. Yes, In the training, Nora, I encourage you to get into the training. In the training, I will guide you through a process that will help you to be aware. So, yes, that could be, but together, we will define what is the real key word of your highest value, which connection is too generic. Sharing, yes. So, because you have connection and sharing, your highest value may have different types of synonyms. But what we're going to do is together, we are going to identify and find it through my model. My model to work with you is the same module I work with the athletes. Most of you may know that I have been the coach of an athlete who won the gold medal in Tokyo. And together we worked on these same steps I'm sharing with you right now. And on 5th and 6th of February, 2 days, you're going to be with me. We're going to be there redesigning your life. And I'm going to share with you my unique model. The unique model is AFAM, AFAM. A stands for being aware. You're going to be aware of where you are and what is going on in your life. And the moment you are aware, you can change, you can work on it. Okay? Those of you who are my smart, quick students, write down in the chat. Write down in the chat. Awareness creates change. Write down in the chat. Awareness creates change. Okay? Awareness creates change. And the moment you are aware of something, you can now work on it. And that's why comes my F. F stands for face it. A lot of times, because we're not aware, we do not know how to face challenges in our life. We do not know how to face our fears. We do not know how to face our limiting beliefs because we don't know even what they are. We don't know what limiting beliefs are stopping us to move forward. Thank you, Zlatka. Awareness creates change. Amazing. Zlatka is taking control of her life and she wrote it immediately down there in the chat. Okay? So, what happens? Because awareness creates change, because awareness creates transformation, now we can face those fears, we can face those challenges. Thank you, Nora. Also, Nora's written, awareness creates change. Amazing. And the moment we can now face it, now we get to the next A. The next A stands for taking action. When you are aware of something, now suddenly you are blind, now you can see. Now because you can see, you can deal with it. Let me tell you one thing. A lot of times in our life, hello champion. A lot of times in our life, what happens is that we create stories because we don't want to deal with something. Let me ask you a question. What story have you created in your life that is not allowing you to live the life you deserve? Oh, I'm too fat. Oh, I was born in a poor village. Oh, I was born in a poor country. Oh, my parents didn't leave me money. Oh, I do not have enough. Oh, I'm not good enough. What stories have you created that are preventing you to live your life? I used to create stories that, oh, my dad didn't leave me enough money. Oh, my dad abandoned me in the moment where I needed more. So I was creating stories. And those stories were stopping me to perform the life that I wanted. So F stands for face it. A stands for taking action. Now that you are aware, you can take actions. How many of you have done one step ahead in life and 15 always backwards? I was in a situation that I was doing one step ahead and 15 backwards. And it looked as though I was not moving at all. Yes, champion. That's it. Okay? Yeah. So the story is I do not know enough. So that's the story that Nora created in her life. What story have you created that is limiting your existence? And then the final step, this is what I do with my athletes. We measure. The moment you are aware, and then we can deal with that limit, with that fear, with that thing which is paralyzing you when you are there on your doing your sports, doing your expert stuff. That thing, we deal with it. Now we deal with it, we can take the correct actions that will lead you to the victory. And then now we can measure. Write this down. Those of you who are my good students, write this down. You can manage only what you measure. With my athletes, we always measure. Week after week, we measure. Result after result, we measure. If we don't measure, we cannot manage our performance. Same thing in life. If we don't measure, we cannot manage. So in this training, 5th and 6th of February, we are going to redesign our life. Why is the program called Revision? Because you may have a vision, but that vision needs a correction. A small little time correction that can take you where you want. Why is it called Revision? Because you're going to redesign it. So if you don't have a vision, we are going to create it together. Through the unique framework that I've created for you, we are going to work on that. I had to do the same, but I had to fly from Italy to go to London, from London to go to Los Angeles. Now you can do this 2 days with me from your home, from your couch, with your family, with your friends. You can now create and design your true future. Okay, thank you, Nora. We can manage only what we can measure. Amazing, students. Love it. Okay, that's the truth. And the moment you face the truth, that's the moment you get to freedom. I used to think that I was good. I was a good son. I was a good friend. I thought I was a good boyfriend. I was a good lover. But life didn't go the right way. I went through terrible failures in business. I went through terrible breakups that devastated me. I went into depression. I lost 30 kilos because of a story, love story, a relationship broke up. How many of you have been devastated by a relationship that didn't go the right way you expected? A family member who didn't behave the way you expected, who let you down, and you're living your life still parked. I spent more than 14 years living my life with the handbrake. I was not ready to release the handbrake and live my true life until I invested on myself, until I went. And Revision is a program that's gonna open up your eyes. You're gonna be aware of who you are and what you can do. The moment you remove that on your eyes and you start to see clearly, that's when you get the compass in your hand. And the compass is your highest value that now will start to guide you. And now you can take the right actions, and now you can measure your results. What's stopping you? What's not allowing you to live your life? Imagine your life 10 years from now, when you have been aware, when you now finally can take control and remove that story which is stopping you. A lot of times clients tell me, oh, Moses, my life is good. My life is perfect. Well, let me tell you one thing. If your life is perfect, you will not be here on this earth. That's how it is. There's nothing such as perfection. And let me tell you one final thing. If you think that your life is perfect and everything is fine, let me tell you, there's always a next level. For example, in my life, I've always been obsessed with the word more. I was always searching for more. I always wanted more in my life. I was always constantly hungry. And I was always asking myself, is this all? Am I meant to stay in this small village? Or there's expansion out there for me? So going back to you, Nora, one of my highest value is growth and contribution. Okay? Growth and contribution. So do me a favor, click on the link, join 5th and 6th, the program Revision. Revision is going to help you to create awareness, remove what is stopping you to see the beauty of life, what is stopping you to bring your dreams to reality, what is stopping you to live that amazing relationship with your family, what is stopping you to perform the way you have been designed and created to perform. So click on the link. I'm just going to share it once again with you. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I have 3 devices right now here, so I need to make sure I've got the right one. I'm going to share the link with you. And for those of you who are right now I'm going to share with you right now. Where is it? There you go. I'm going to share with you right now the link. So make sure to join us, be there with us, and join Revision. Renew yourself. Revision. You either create the vision or you adjust the vision that has led you right now. And do you know what? I've been always obsessed with people who achieve it. And I've always said, what is the difference that made the difference in their lives? How come some people are able to make it, go beyond the limits, and others are still stuck there? And guess what? They are aware. Some people are aware and take the right actions. Other people are not aware. Oh, Moses, but my life is okay. My marriage is okay. My kids are okay. Great, amazing. There's always a next level. And what helped me was taking up that decision to look deep inside myself. I have been always so much critical on myself, but I'm inviting you right now to join me for 2 days, where with love and with total understanding, we are going to discover who we are so we can start now walking, running, and then soaring and flying like an eagle, my friend. So here is the link. Click on the link and join us. Join us. Hello, Bilu. Glad to see you. Hello, Krasi. Glad to see you. So click on the link, join us, and see you next time, and see you directly on 5th and 6th of February, directly from your home. You don't need to fly. You don't need to do anything. It's only £69, and you can join me there live, and I'll be there with you, and we can shape and design your true new life so we can make of 2022 the best year ever. The best year ever. Thank you so much. Love you so much. Have an amazing rest of your evening.